The Union Springs Herald is laid out in Union Springs, Alabama. It is printed in Opelika and then brought back to Union Springs for distribution. Let us show you how it's done. News reporters type stories using Microsoft Word and Google Documents. Stories and pictures are laid out using Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop, Picasa, and other picture, document, and text editing software. The newspaper is then converted into PDF format and sent electronically to the printer. At the printing press in Opelika, employees in the pre-press department download the PDF newspaper files on their computers. The computers activate the plate-making machines which laser imprints the page images on aluminum plates. The aluminum plates are then inserted into a plate punch machine. It punches holes and notches in the plates that allow them to fit the printing drums. The plates are then placed in a machine that precisely bends the edges. After the plates are loaded onto printing drums, the printing process is ready to begin. A large tank holding black ink and 3 smaller tanks hold the color ink. The smaller tanks hold cyan, magenta, and yellow inks. Large rolls of paper are kept in inventory to be used in the printing process. The large rolls of paper are moved with a forklift that has a special grip attached to the front. The rolls of paper are also moved through the plant on a special track built in the concrete floor. With rolls of paper loaded at the printing presses, the newspaper is ready to be printed. A computerized desk is used to control the printing process. The paper starts out moving slowly through the presses, then gradually begins moving faster and faster until its normal speed is reached. The paper is fed through multiple rollers and then makes a 90-degree turn just before it reaches the press. The first color printed is cyan, then magenta, then yellow, and black is last. As the paper is fed up through the presses, both sides are printed. As the paper leaves the top of the press, the newsprint can be seen. This is called a full web. After being folded, it will be 4 pages. Paper from 3 different presses meet at the top. After being combined together, they will create a 12-page newspaper. A smaller half web is printed, which makes 2 pages. All the pages meet and are then fed together down into the folder. The newspapers are folded and cut to make the final newspaper product. The newspapers are guided by conveyors across the plant to the stacking and binding area. A machine counts and drops a stack of 50 papers at the time. The papers are then strapped and loaded on carts for pickup. The papers are then carried back to the Union Springs Herald office. Inserts are placed inside each newspaper. Mailing labels are printed using interlink subscription software. The labels are printed using a direct thermal transfer process and are re-rolled as they exit the printer. The mailing labels are then loaded into a dispenser and applied one by one on each newspaper that will be mailed. The newspapers are then bundled, placed in mailing bags, and marked with a special barcode. They are taken to the United States Postal Service to be mailed. The Union Springs Herald sells about 2,400 newspapers each week. About half of those are mailed, and the other half are sold at 15 different locations in Union Springs. We hope you have enjoyed this video, and we hope you continue to read the Union Springs Herald. People you know, news you can trust, since 1866.